you couldn't fail to notice when you first walk into the exhibition, you couldn't fail to notice the very ancient looking book that's laid down on the table there.
Yes.
So you're explaining what this is all about.
Yeah. Well, this is a work that's related to different ideas to do with register. Now, register is the idea of who's writing to whom, what are you trying to say, and how are you trying to say it. So, who to whom is the author, the artist, and then the audience. What are you trying to say is what the content is, and how. Is it a text? Is it a book? Is it an essay? So here we've got a diary, and it looks like it could be 200 or 300 years old, but actually it's 6 months of tweets by Stephen Fry. Because Stephen Fry is well known for multiple things. He's like a polymath, but two things he's well known for is one, for being extremely eloquent. And if there was someone that would have fitted very well 200 years ago as being someone that would be a diarist, it would be Stephen Fry. Secondly, he's known as a prolific person on Twitter. And I found it fascinating to get this leather-bound diary and get an old-fashioned dip pen, and I wrote every tweet. Some days there were 7 or 8 tweets on one page for 6 months. And what you found is that the very words seemed to fit very well on Twitter, seemed to jar sometimes in a journal. And also, with Twitter, as you can probably imagine, you don't read tweets sequentially. You read a tweet from one person, then you read a tweet from another person. But when you read a diary, you're reading day after day from the same person. And one example which I found fascinating regards how Twitter can be different to writing a journal, or it can sit differently, is that about a few months ago, Stephen Fry was commissioned to do a program about language. And he had a time with a very, very well-known comedic actor. And you can watch him on television, the interview, and he's having a great time, he's laughing hysterically. And he mentions all this. I'll have to find the page another time and I can quote it to you, saying how much he had a hilarious time. But at the very end, very profoundly, very sadly, he said, "I am so sad. I'm so sad," referring to his mental health issues. And that, to me, came across far more powerfully and potently in a diary like this and on a short tweet.
It's a throwaway, isn't it, in a certain degree, Twitter, when this is bound up and there's something of the long-lasting about putting it onto paper. So simply by moving the medium from the throwaway nature of Twitter to something like a diary, the words carry a new impact. And so you've taken his words and you've given them something new, a new intention behind them, as you've placed them within a new medium.